Imagine you've just woken up in the middle of the night and you feel some sort of dark presence watching everything you do. You try to scream, but you can't. You try to get up and run, but you can't move. Now, this may sound like an alien abduction scene straight from a horror movie, but it is in fact a global phenomenon called sleep paralysis. With sleep paralysis, there's no actual threat to the victim, but it is a deeply terrifying experience. While in a state of sleep paralysis, you're aware of what's going on around you, but you're unable to move or speak, and some people say that they even feel a heavy weight pressing down on their chest. Sleep paralysis typically lasts from about 1 to 2 minutes before the victim can move, but according to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine in 1979, they can be shorter. Now, this has actually happened to me a couple of times before, and I felt wide awake, and I definitely did feel some sort of sinister presence watching me. No matter how hard I tried, I could not move an inch. But at the same time, it felt like I was being pulled towards whatever was watching me. This went on for about a minute until I realized that I was dreaming and just tried harder to wake myself up. If something similar has happened to you, then you understand how creepy it truly feels. I was honestly scared to sleep for a few days after it happened to me for the first time. To understand what sleep paralysis is, you must first understand what REM is. REM is the part of your sleep cycle where dreams occur. Your muscles are turned off during REM, so you're not moving or speaking. And waking up during the REM cycle of your sleep is the reason behind sleep paralysis. Most people that experience sleep paralysis feel uncomfortable telling other people because they don't want them to think that they're crazy, but sleep paralysis is actually a very common thing. A cortical website called WebMD said that at least 4 out of 10 people have experienced sleep paralysis in their lives, at least once in their lives. It's normally experienced in the first teen years of a person's life, but it can happen to anyone at any age, any day or night. Some factors that can lead to sleep paralysis are lack of sleep, sleeping on your back, and certain mental disorders like narcolepsy. You can also help ease yourself from waking up in your REM cycles by maintaining a proper sleep schedule and getting enough sleep. Doing that means that you get about 6 to 9 hours of sleep every night and making sure that you go to sleep and wake up at the same times. Many people see figures when they fall into sleep paralysis, but not everyone does. The figure looking at you while you are in sleep paralysis vary depending on the folklore or the person sleeping or their cultural backgrounds. Many cultures throughout history tell stories of demons sitting on their chests and trying to choke them to death. In Newfoundland, there are many reports of a visit from an old hag, which is an old homeless person. It is believed that the victim is being visited because they are overworking and they are subject to a hostile or jealous feeling from another person. Many African cultures typically believe that sleep paralysis is a product of a magic community, and some scientists have proposed that sleep paralysis is an explanation for reports and ghosts, parasites, or visits from ancient aliens. Some even believe that sleep paralysis played a large part in the Salem witch trials because they thought it was sinister that they're being controlled by a demon in their sleep. Sleep paralysis is something that's very real and very interesting and more common than you think. I hope you all took something away from this speech.